Alright guys, welcome back to the Dirty Kitchen. Taylor Abbott, Marcus Beverly. We are going to talk about, we're having sales meeting number 15 today, so we just got you guys here as a fly on the wall. Feel free to watch, comment if you have any comments, but we're going to throw this up here live, so I hope you guys enjoy it. But alright, so today we're talking about the more cheese, less whiskers philosophy. So the more cheese, less whiskers philosophy. So I got this from Dean Jackson. That's the 9-word email guy. We've been using this 9-word email. He's one of the marketing experts that I like to work with. And the whole point of the cheese and whiskers philosophy is that we're trying to start a relationship with somebody who doesn't already know us, like us, or trust us. So how do we get that altitude, gain that altitude, that trust, that confidence with somebody who doesn't know us, like us, or trust us right now? So this is all relating back into our before unit. So this is what we're doing before we get the sale, while we're looking at going for prospects and things like that. So the cheese and whiskers philosophy requires us to think about mice. So if you think about a mouse, it has two core objectives. It has to avoid cats, and it has to get cheese. So a similar way to look at it for humans is going to be, we like to avoid pain and we like to chase after pleasure. So we have to have that kind of mindset, that philosophy when we're looking at our marketing and how we reach out to clients and prospects and how we get them interested in our services and products that we're selling. So I think the best way to explain this philosophy is going to be by looking at some direct mail pieces that I grabbed some samples of. So we want to be thinking cheese and whiskers. Cheese is good. Cheese is what we want everybody to see when we are talking to them, and whiskers is what happens when we try and start talking about ourselves and saying why we're the best, why you should use us because we're this, we're that, we're here, we're there. We want it to be all about why it's going to help them, which is what we've been focusing on kind of throughout our time together. So I grabbed a few direct mail pieces. I don't need to necessarily show the companies because I don't want to make them feel bad about their stuff. But so looking at this guy, now this doesn't have their company, so I'm going to hold it up there. So this says our experience, okay? And I'm going to hold it over here for these guys. Our experience. Let you look at that for a second. And then I'm going to show it to you. So what does that postcard talk about?
Everything that they do.
Everything about them, our experience, we do this, we do that. And is there anything on there, even on the other side, where it directly is giving you benefit, how they're going to directly help you, or anything on there that makes you want to call because you know that it's going to help you immediately?
No, just all the services they do.
Okay. Does it explain how any of those services are going to directly affect you or help you though?
No.
Nothing, right? I mean, they have a little bit of an offer on there, but again, it's just telling you their price. It doesn't necessarily scream, give us a call, we're going to help whatever you're dealing with. It kind of just talks all about them. So that's an example of whiskers. So that is all about them, all about how they're good, what they've been doing. They've been around for how many years. We have this experience, but it doesn't directly affect you. So now you know if you're going to call these guys, you're going to have to haggle on the price, you're going to get the sales pitch, you're going to have to learn all about, you just want to get help. So that doesn't accomplish the mission, I don't think. So same with this one. This is another one, I'll cover that up. But I'll hold it up close here for you guys. Okay. All right, so what is this one doing? Or who's it talking about?
Them again. This is what you can expect from us.
From us, okay? So it's all about, again, focusing on everything that is about them. So I mean, they're trying to give us some helpful tips, which I'm sure that it's nice. But when you read experienced insurance crews with no daily labor, does that scream at you to give them a call? Does that pique your interest or explain how it's going to help you? Mm-hmm. They pay for referrals and donate to local charities. Does that help you at all? Not really, right? So again, that's just another example. They're trying to do some advertising, they're trying to get business, but again, they're just talking all about themselves. So now another one. Now this one is ours, and I still don't love it because it's kind of got, it's still got our, this is more of a branding thing, but it's got our stuff on it. But again, this at least is going to show us a little bit more of an example of we're trying to add some value and show them how we can help instead of just talking about us. So this is showing from Bland Identity, so it's got all the collateral that you see in an office, so I'll show you guys that right there. So it's got a bunch of blank pieces on it, and it's showing that we can turn it into a brand identity. So we're gonna take all of their bland, boring stuff, and we're gonna make it all uniform, get them a brand, and help them grow their company through giving them an image or a vision. So at least it's showing that how we can help them go from this to this. And then as we get inside of it, actually, let me show you guys that really quick for this. So bland to brand, and bland to brand, okay? So as we jump into it, now this is again why I don't necessarily love this piece, but it's still saying why Alpha Graphics is better than everybody else, which isn't necessarily what we're trying to do, but this is from corporate, so I didn't create this. But at least it's gonna tell us, it's got their name. It actually does have a direct response offer, so we're asking people to immediately show interest, like we were talking about with the product launch formula the other day,
Oh,
where we
yes.
get leads. So it does ask us, it gives us a reason to reach out and show interest, which shows we can enter for a $500 thing to win. So that's good, because it's an option for people to say, put their hand up and say, hey, I'm interested, here's my name. Get their contact info, then we can put them into our sales cycle. But the nice thing at least about this is we are showing that we can actually go from this to that, and how we're gonna go about it, and a few interesting things that we can do to help them do it. So at least it is showing a little bit about them. So I like this as an example of a little more cheese, more about them as opposed to about us. So that's just the way that we're still showing the philosophy and how we think about it. And then this one was kind of in the middle. So it's a dentistry 1 year. There and there, okay. So they spent this side talking about themselves and just saying about why their doctor is great, what they do. But at least on this side, they are giving us a pretty good offer, showing that we can get a $99 special. Normally it's $298, but if we call and schedule a meeting, we can get either $100 off for that new patient special. So at least it's showing it is going to help us. We can get in there, get our new patient special. It's going to be 99 bucks. We know that. We know where they're at. We know that it's going to use insurance, and we can probably pay for it with that if we need to do it. And it's just a little more helping us. It's got an offer on there, something that we can take advantage of immediately. There's no guessing. It says exactly what it includes and what it's supposed to be, but they're going to give it to us for that. So that's a good example of a kind of an in-between. They did a little bit of branding on this side and a little bit of that. But in our case today, we're really focusing on how can we just think cheese instead of Whiskers. Alright, so every time we're, what we're going to do, let me get into my notes here, see what else I had for us, but, so on any level of business, right, from the secretary, if we have one out front, or when you're going into your company and you're dealing with the secretary, or the office manager, or even the owner, the CEO, everybody is authorized to bring money into the business, right? So they're all allowed to make money for the company, make money for the boss, make money for the company, but they're usually not allowed to go and spend money, right? So the secretary is not generally allowed to give you authorization to start buying stuff, but everybody's allowed to bring money in. So again, that's where we bring in money, they're getting cheese. When we're trying to make them spend money, it's like we're showing our whiskers. So if we can kind of direct that focus onto our marketing, where everything is showing how we're going to bring cheese or add money to their business, and not be so, trying to take money from them or get money from them, it's going to make them easier to, if it's the secretary, move us along to the right person, the decision maker, because they're saying, oh, well, maybe if I show this to my boss, it's going to make him money, and so I'm not so afraid to get his contact information to Marcus, or I'm not so afraid to get this bag dropped through because they're giving us an actual reason to make money here. So Another good example is realtors. So if you see most real estate advertisement, it's all about this realtor is the guy that you need to use. So for using my name, I'll say it says Taylor sells San Antonio. Taylor can sell your house in 30 days or less. Taylor Abbott is the top realtor in the city, so call me today. So it's all Whiskers. It's all about me. All about I'm the cat. I'm Taylor Abbott. So nobody really wants to call me because then they know I'm going to give them the high pressure sales pitch. I'm going to want to come out and shoot them, give them that pitch, put their house on the market. They have to go through me and deal with that Whiskers, right? It's unpleasant. They got to make a deal. They got to see how much it's going to cost them. It's just unpleasant. But a better example of thinking back to yesterday's topic where we want to enter the conversation that's already going on in the client's head. What if instead of saying it's all about me, I can sell your house, this, that, they probably want to know what their house is worth and what the other homes in the area were selling for so they can have an idea and know what their value is before they're going to go through the hassle of getting all the realtors to come out and list their house, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of just giving them a mailer that says, hey, I'm Taylor, use me to sell your house, what if we sent them a newsletter or another type of mail piece where it says, hey, your neighbor's house sold for this, your other neighbor's house around the corner sold for that, and by the way, there's 2 listings right now in your neighborhood for this and that. So if that helps, it gives you an idea of what your house is valued at. If that's something that interests you, then you can give us a call. So instead of just saying, hey, I'm Taylor, I'm the realtor, what if we give them an idea of what their house is worth? And that's a more cheese, less Whiskers approach.
Do you know how much your house is worth?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Well, buddy over here, ma'am over there.
Yeah, and you say, oh, well, I bought my house for $100,000 and they're selling theirs for $180. So you're saying that I could sell mine probably for the $170, $180 mark and make $70,000 from what I paid? Okay, let's talk. Right? So it's just a way to add value, more cheese, less Whiskers. So the natural tendency is again for everybody to view us as the cat because everybody's scared when you walk in the door with that bag drop. Oh man, what's this guy trying to sell me, right? But thankfully we are giving them something nice. You're not in there trying to whack them with a sales pitch the second you walk in the door. You're just leaving some cheese, leaving them some goodies, leaving them some good, nice stuff, and you're getting out of there.
Yeah.
So the first impression is, oh, this guy gave us something. He just didn't try and sell me while he was standing here. So I think, as you can see, it's been working for us. That it's just a way to change people's perspective instead of going in and attacking them like a cat. Mm-hmm. We offer them some cheese, give them some value up front, and then that opens the door for them to know us, like us, trust us, and then they're pre-interested, predisposed, predetermined, and pre-qualified to start buying from us, and it makes it a lot easier on us to sell. So that's the more cheese, less Whiskers approach. And for the rest of the week, I want to look at our product launch for the 3X sales campaign because I did it with a lot of Alpha Graphics branding in it, and I think we should try and retool it. Okay. And take all the Alpha Graphics stuff out and redo it just purely from a cheese perspective.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So we're going to look at what I did and we're going to change it up. Okay. And it'll be a way for us to learn and practice it in real life.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to cut off Instagram Live. Thanks for watching, everybody that tuned in. Remember, more cheese, less Whiskers, and hopefully that's going to help you guys get some sales today. Have a great day, and if you need anything from us, just shoot us a DM. Appreciate you watching.
Actually, the funny thing, because I was actually kind of thinking, like, as far as, like, you know, getting, like, the stuff for, like, you know, for mine when I go and set up, mm-hmm. I wanted to, like, do, like, not like kind of how beard oil, not just my beard oil, but how beard oil
in general,
like what it's used for, like how it, like, you know, affects you, you know, like, you know, the how it strengthens the hair, you know, things like that. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to have, like, on the brochures, not just like, you know, buy my stuff, right. But just like kind of like a educating somebody who's like, well, what is beard oil? It's like, oh, this is what it is.
I like that. Yeah, educating the client is super important because that builds your authority as the expert in the beard oil space. Mm-hmm. And it's cheese, not Whiskers. Mm-hmm. And then if that works on them and they say, well, maybe I should buy this, then you hopefully are going to be the top of mind or the first choice.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think it'd be a good idea for you to go to other shows, people in your competition, and grab all their stuff and just see what they're doing so you have an idea and then see how you can make it better too. So if there's anybody else out there that you can grab a brochure from or look at their website and see what they're doing, you can use that as leverage to make yours better.
Well, there's only one company that I know of that they're pretty much they're like the Nike
Okay.
of beard oil. I think they're like based out of California.
Okay.
But they'll it's like there's like the main guy, but then he's got like his his followers. It's like the Dollar Beard Club.
Yeah, Dollar Shave Club.
But yeah, but that was their thing. It was
Okay.
so that's what it is. It's like basically you sign up for a subscription, and then you get like different things like throughout the month, whether it's
Yep.
like beard oil, like beard balms, or there's also like hair growth. I mean, I don't know how true that is, for your beard.
And then that goes back to your millionaire math. If you can get 5,000 people to give you $17 every month
Yeah.
for 12 months, you made $1 million.
Yeah.
So how hard would it be? I mean, it's hard, but if you break it down, if you can just get 5,000 people to sign up for your monthly $17 beard oil box,
Yeah.
you could make a lot of money.
Yeah, but they're the only ones who like I would be like they're the ones who like set the bar.
And it wouldn't even be a bad idea maybe just to get a box or two from them, just one or two, and see exactly what they do. And then, I mean, you can copy it,
Yeah.
right? Just with your own thing, because they wouldn't be doing it if it didn't work. So I don't have any shame in copying stuff that works.
Exactly.
It doesn't bother me. So
There's this nice little quote that I picked up that.
okay.
Where is it at? Success leaves clues. Successful people leave clues. If you study what they do, you'll be able to duplicate their success.
Yep, that's exactly what I try to do every day. So as you've seen all the stuff that I've been showing you, I learned from who did it, and then I just, even if it's not nice, I just did it myself and tried to recreate it. So that's what we're going to do with our new sales page. So you want to work on the first page right now for 20 minutes or so?
Sales page.
For the product launch, for the new product launch?
It's for what do you mean?
Well, we're going to sit on my computer and we're going to readjust it.
Okay.
Thinking from a more cheese, less whiskers approach.
All right.